Why J.J. Redick would not dominate in the 1950s. A lot of folks are saying J.J. Redick would be a demigod back in the 50s after a viral image insinuating this very same idea hit our socials. Right off the bat, you'd say he can handle the ball better than anyone back in the 50s, but would also forget to realize any crossover J.J. Redick has ever done on the hardwood was a violation back in the 50s. So, other than the controversial subject, that is, would J.J.'s ball handling be considered legal? We can look at different points and their rebuttals, like J.J. Redick's elite shooting ability from deep. J.J. shoots an elite clip at 42% from deep, and while shooting multiple times from deep in a single game. 5 3-point attempts per night for his career. So if he were teleported back into the 1950s, he would have shot the most from deep at the highest percentage in the league. So, what could someone possibly say to reject the J.J. Redick would be a demigod claim? All one needs is to bring up the fact that the three-point line wasn't introduced till the 70s. Shooting 42% from three-point land is outrageous. Shooting 42% from two-point land don't sound as nice, does it? Especially when you had centers and forwards willing to go 50% on over 15 to 20 shots a game. J.J. Redick shooting 42% on 9 shots a game isn't the best offense. J.J. averaged 16 points in his prime. Considering 9 of his 16 points came off three-point shots, we can conclude that back in the 50s that would equal to be 13 points per game in his prime. So we can be clear, J.J. Redick would still be a premier shooter from deep, but post players and bigs would shoot a better percentage for the same amount of points. Probably why guards were pass first back then and big men dominated scoring. His playmaking ability ain't nuttin' major to talk about. The way you as a reader interpreted the argument of if J.J. Redick could handle the ball legally in the 50s totally determines how you think his skill would transfer to the 50s. My interpretation is that he would double dribble and carry on every play if he dribbled like how he did during his career. And therefore, when he adapts to the rules, his playmaking ability would become hindered severely. In summary, J.J. Redick's effectiveness as a player would be diminished significantly with the removal of the three-point line and his playmaking ability. He never was the man on any team he played for, so removing his biggest threat of 3 points would mean he ain't the man back in the 50s either.